A dense forest, the sound of crickets, and a strange silence filled the air. The story begins with a group of young people on an adventure trip, two couples, Alex and Tomber, and then Sophia and their friend Brooke. They've come to raft in the jungle. They're having fun, laughing, and joking. But no one knows this will be their last trip. As the rafting ends, the group stops at a shore and relaxes. Then Brooke and Alex go for a walk a little further. Brooke is alone, and suddenly there is a rustling sound behind the bushes. As Brooke turns, an arrow pierces her chest. She doesn't even scream, she collapses. Alex comes running back, but it is too late. One by one, all the friends are killed. A beast in the jungle that doesn't look human at all, like a terrifying monster. His body covered in bones and his terrifying face, he preys on everyone one by one. Only one girl survives. Her name is Alex Michael. She somehow manages to sneak away and escape the bloodthirsty predator, but fear and shock leave her in a state of disrepair. The story cuts to a close, and the scene changes. We find ourselves inside a prison. There is a strict and sharp prison officer, Nathan. Nathan has been assigned a new mission to transfer some dangerous prisoners from one location to another. The most dangerous of these prisoners is Judge, a cunning and ruthless criminal who has tried to escape several times before. Nathan is accompanied by his trusted partner, Wallace, and several other officers. They all leave in a large van carrying the prisoners. Besides Chase, there are also some other prisoners such as Floyd, Kraft, and Williams. The route is long, so they decide to take a shortcut, an old deserted path that leads straight through the forest. Little did anyone know that death already lurks in the forest they're about to cross. As the van moves along the road, it jolts and becomes entangled in a strange wire. The brakes are applied, the vehicle stops, and suddenly an arrow pierces the air and pierces the driver's neck. There is a scream, the vehicle overturns, killing several officers on the spot. The prisoners seize the opportunity and a stampede ensues. Nathan somehow escapes, only to be confronted by Chase. Chase seizes the opportunity and declares, "We have to come with you now, or we'll all be killed because whoever's here isn't human." Just then, a heavy breathing echoes through the forest, and suddenly, from behind the trees, emerges the fearsome hunter named Three Finger. Three Finger is a deformed, monstrous man with three fingers who devours his prey. His home is in this forest, and he has laid a trap throughout the area. He is not alone. He has his truck full of death, filled with deadly weapons like spears, arrows, and axes. The story now becomes a race between life and death. On one side is Nathan Cheech and the remaining survivors, and on the other is the jungle and its evil master Three Finger. On the way, they meet Alex, who had already hidden to avoid becoming prey to this monster. She tells them that escape is extremely difficult because Three Finger is not only powerful but also cunning. He has set traps everywhere, some underground, some in trees, and some even in the air. Prisoners and police, once enemies of each other, have become prey alike. Trust, cunning, anger, and fear all coexist among them. No one trusts anyone. As these people advance through the jungle, Three Finger picks them off one by one. Some are hit by axes, some have their heads blown off, others have their bodies split in two, and each time Three Fingers' insane laugh echoes through the jungle. Now, the only question is whether anyone will escape this jungle alive. At every turn, someone was being killed, some were burning in flames, some were being riddled with arrows. The traps in the jungle were so deadly. At one point, a man's head was severed by a spring-loaded blade and flung away. Three Finger laughed as if it were all a game. Nathan and Alex somehow managed to escape. They hide in a hut. Alex explains that Three Finger isn't alone in this jungle. There were others like him before, but now he is perhaps the only one left. His strength lies in his fear and his truck, which lurks everywhere. Meanwhile, Chase is busy with his plan. He wants to deceive the remaining survivors and escape with the money, but Three Finger knows everything. He pursues him in a fierce chase. Chase and Three Finger face off. Chase stands eye to eye and fights with an iron droid. Three Finger is wounded but not killed. He gets up again and thrusts his axe into Chase's chest with all his might. Now only two remain, Nathan and Alex. The final confrontation takes place on the bank of a river. Three Finger surrounds them. Alex shoots an arrow from hiding, and Nathan catches him from behind. A long, fierce battle ensues, in which both exert their full strength. Finally, Nathan manages to push Three Finger off a wooden bridge near the river, where he lands on a sharp piece of iron. Three Fingers' laughter echoes once again, but then it falls silent forever. Nathan and Alex are injured, exhausted, but alive. In the end, the truck, the forest, the bodies are all left behind. A police team arrives searching for them. Everything is over. But one question remains: is Three Finger really dead? Or will he return? Because once they enter this forest,